What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Waterboy and I'm going to be doing my top 10 favorite movies of 1998. Now this is part of a series I'm doing where I rank my top 10 favorite movies from each year since I was born, and this week is 1998. Everything. This is also part of my top 10 Tuesdays. So I'm going to go ahead and just get going with this and everything. So coming in at number 10 is ScoobyDoo on Zombie Island. This movie is a classic. I absolutely love it, and I know it was a direct-to-video movie, but I don't care. It still deserves a spot in the top 10. I'm not going to say too awful much about it, but I do love this movie. I love the animation style. Is beautiful and everything. It kind of has a retro feel to it while also bringing it modern into the 90s and everything, and it just looks gorgeous. And the voice acting is great. There's a lot of really cool moments throughout the movie. The zombies look terrifying, but still not too scary for kids and everything. I was the perfect age when this movie came out, so I really enjoy it. And there's a lot of really fun shenanigans with Shaggy and Scooby eating peppers and getting into all kinds of shenanigans and stuff too. So you get a lot of the classic ScoobyDoo stuff as well. And this one is just a really good mystery and a really good story. So ScoobyDoo on Zombie Island is number 10, and number 9 is Mulan. This is one of my favorite Disney movies. This movie is just another one that is a classic. Really great story. The voice cast in here is amazing. Mulan is a really lovable main character. She is very heroic and badass and stuff, and she just is a really likable character. I love the journey she goes on to become this warrior and stuff, and she goes from this untrained woman to becoming a highly skilled warrior, and they do a really good job with that. And I think this movie is really great. So Mulan is number 9, and number 8 is A Bug's Life. This is another really good movie from Pixar. I really enjoyed this movie quite a bit. I don't think it was quite on the same level as Toy Story 1 or anything, but when this movie came out, it was one that everybody had talked about. A lot of people I knew liked it. I knew a lot of people that didn't like it, and it took me a couple watches, but I really warmed up to it pretty quickly, and it became a movie that I had on repeat a lot and everything. And it's just a really funny movie and everything. It's got some really good moments and stuff too, a lot of heart and stuff that you expect from Pixar. Not quite on the emotional level as some of their other movies, but it's still a really great one. Everything in Flick is a really great main character, and I love the story of the ants having to fight the grasshoppers and stuff. It's just a really good, unique story, and it's done really well. So A Bug's Life is number 8, and number 7 is Bride of Chucky. I absolutely love this movie. It's one of my favorite movies in the Chucky franchise. This is the only movie in the franchise where I think Tiffany is actually really great. I love her in this movie and everything. She's just as crazy and fun as Chucky and everything before Glenn and Glenda were born with Tiffany is in this movie. So this is the only movie where I really like her quite a bit and everything. She's just a lot of fun to watch, and the chemistry between her and Chucky is really good, and the whole road trip aspect of the story is a lot of fun. I love how it's like a Bonnie and Clyde type of movie, and it's just a really fun time. So Bride of Chucky is number 7, and number 6 is The Waterboy. I absolutely love this movie. This is one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies. It is a blast from start to finish, and it has a really good cast. Aside from Adam Sandler, you got Kathy Bates, Henry Winkler, Fairuza Balk, and many more. Many of his normal crew is in here sprinkled throughout the movie. Some of them are small little characters, and some of them are supporting characters, but this is just a really fun time, and it's another one of the best Adam Sandler movies from the 90s. So it's number 6, and number 5 is Saving Private Ryan. I absolutely love this movie. It's a really great Spielberg movie. It's one of the best war movies of all time, if not my favorite of all time. And everything. There's a lot of war movies that I haven't seen that, so I guess it really isn't fair for me to say it's the best of all time, but it is my favorite out of all the ones that I have seen. It's got a really great cast, especially Tom Hanks and Matt Damon. They're both really, really great in this movie. And all of the supporting cast are great too, and it's a really solid movie, and it's kind of intense and stuff at times, as you would expect a war movie to be. But Spielberg is just able to bring us such a really, really great movie with this one and everything. I've always loved Saving Private Ryan, so it's number 5. And number 4 is The Truman Show. This is a really good movie with Jim Carrey, where he's living his everyday life, not knowing that he's part of a TV show, that he was born into television and stuff. And this is a really, really good movie too. I've always really liked this movie too. It's also kind of freaky and freaks me out because it is so realistic and everything, but it was a movie that was very ahead of its time and stuff before reality TV really became a thing. But it was really ahead of its time, and it's a good movie and everything. So The Truman Show is number 4, and number 3 is The Wedding Singer. This is one of my absolute favorite Adam Sandler movies. It is just a blast from start to finish with a really, really great cast led by Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore, who have absolutely amazing chemistry together. They worked so good together in everything they were in, but this movie and the next one that they did, 51st Dates, are the two that they have the best chemistry in and everything. But I think this movie might be my favorite one that they did together. They just work so great in this movie, and it has some really good musical numbers and stuff, and it's a really fun love letter to the 80s while also being a good original romantic comedy as well. It's just a really, really good movie that you don't get very often anymore, these type of rom-coms with Adam Sandler, but this one is a great one and everything. So The Wedding Singer is number 3, and number 2 is Patch Adams. This is a really fun biopic about the life of Patch Adams. Well, it's not always fun. There are some pretty down and sad moments as well, but this is a really good movie and everything. Robin Williams gives one of his best performances in this movie. I think he was absolutely amazing in here, and it just has a really, really good story about how laughter can be some of the best medicine and stuff, and they do a good job with that and everything. And this movie is pretty entertaining and everything, so it's number 2. And my number 1 favorite movie of 1998 is What Dreams May Come. Now, this is a movie that most people don't ever talk about. It's one of Robin Williams' most underrated movies, just like Patch Adams was one of his most underrated movies. This was the year of 2 of my favorite movies of his coming out, and both of them kind of just came and went and didn't really make an impact, unfortunately. But they're both really great movies, and this one I think is the better one for me. And this is my favorite movie of the year, for sure, of 1998 and everything. I love the whole aspect of him having to leave heaven to go to hell to find his wife and everything, and then the way the movie ends is just kind of bittersweet, but you also kind of happy because you know that things are going to be different for the characters later on. It's just a really good story and everything. I'll talk more about it when I review it, but I love What Dreams May Come. It's easily my favorite movie from that year. Visually, it's beautiful to look at. It has some beautiful visuals, great cast. Cuba Gooding Jr. is great in here. Robin Williams is just absolutely amazing in this movie. And the one that plays his wife, Annabelle's something, I cannot ever pronounce her last name, but she is amazing too. So everybody in this movie is really good. So it's easily my favorite movie of 1998. I'd highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. So anyway, let me know in the comments what your favorite movies of 1998 are. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.
Hee hee! Yeah.